Good evening with your CIGTV news update. I'm Simon Boxall in for Donna Bush. In our top story today, the legal community turned out for the opening of the Grand Court today.
Shoulder up!
Chief Justice Anthony SMELLIE, dressed in his traditional scarlet robes, led the judiciary and legal profession at the annual ceremony. Following an inspection of the Royal Cayman Islands Police Guard of Honor, participants headed inside for the formal opening. In addition to the Chief Justice, there were speeches from Acting Attorney General Honorable Reshma Sharma, who moved the motion for the opening of the Grand Court for 2019. Other speakers were David Collins on behalf of the Cayman Islands Legal Practitioners Association and Mr. Colin Mackay on behalf of the Cayman Islands Law Reports. Governor Martin Roper also attended the opening for the first time. For more coverage of this colourful ceremony, stay tuned to local media, who were all present for the prestigious event. In other news, the Public Accounts Committee spent the afternoon reviewing reports by the Office of the Auditor General. Witnesses from the Ministry of Community Affairs and the Needs Assessment Unit appeared before the committee to discuss the Auditor General's report, which is titled Follow-up on Past PAC Recommendations.
Thank you. Tamara Hurlson, Director of the Needs Assessment Unit. The goal of the NAU, it was created in 2013 to deal with the financial aspect of welfare. Prior to NAU, Department of Children and Family Services, DCFS, was actually dealing with both the welfare and the social services for the country. During that time, it was established, or it was noted through a through a review that was done in 2010, that there should be a separation of the financial services from the social side of the Department of Children and Family Services. The reason being is that social workers weren't able to do true social work and be able to provide programs because they were dealing with all the welfare matters. Then they established the NAU in 2013. The idea behind that was that would allow the social workers to then be able to do intervention in the communities and also to do proper social work without having to be bothered with the financial aspect. So that was the reason why the Needs Assessment Unit was created.
This session of the Public Accounts Committee is expected to continue tomorrow afternoon with testimony from the Ministry of Health. All hearings are streamed live on CIGTV's broadcast and YouTube channels, as well as on Radio Cayman. Finally, great news from the Department of Tourism. A Cayman Islands student has won the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association's Children's Essay Competition. Zara Mondazir, a Cayman Prep primary school student, placed first in the region ahead of students from 19 other countries. As a junior division winner, Zara received a grand prize of US $3,000, and an equal amount goes to her school. Presenting her prize was Councillor David White, her school principal, and a representative from the Department of Tourism. The essay topic for 2018 was what cultural aspects of the Cayman Islands should cruise passengers experience. Winners and a chaperone were invited to accept their prize at the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association Conference and Trade Show opening ceremony, which was held in San Juan, Puerto Rico late last year. As always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune in to Radio Cayman's For the Record and Talk Today shows, which are always packed full of exciting guests. I'm Simon Boxall. Good night. Thanks for watching.
The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service has launched a new service to apply for a police clearance certificate online. To make this process quick and easy, ensure you have digital copies of all required documents readily available. At a minimum, you'll need a copy of your passport photo page. Our website lists the full requirements. If you are using an Apple iOS or Android mobile device, you can use the camera to take photos of these documents while completing your application. After you have read the instructions and are ready to start, type in the alphanumeric string from the CAPTCHA image and click the green button that says Start Application. If you can't read the letters and numbers properly, click Can't Read Image below the photo to try again. To complete your application, you will follow 5 simple steps. These are shown at the top of each page, and the blue circle will always show where you are right now. Enter the requested data in each field. All fields marked with an asterisk are required. Each field has some help information, and please pay attention to the correct format for dates and telephone numbers in particular. When selecting your birthday, you can also use the calendar feature. If a field has a drop-down list, you can scroll through alphabetically or start typing to find the correct option. You will be asked to enter your email address twice to ensure it's correct. This is the address we will use to send you a confirmation email and receipt. Once you have entered all of the required information, click Next at the bottom of the screen. If you click the Cancel Application button at any stage in the process, you will lose everything you've entered so far and be returned to the home page. On this page, answer the questions about past offenses, provide details if relevant, and then click Next. In this step, you will select the type of service being requested and details of the person applying, as well as anyone who might pick up the certificate on his or her behalf. If you select certain options, more information may be required at this stage or later in the process when you are uploading your documents. Finally, select the reasons you are applying and then click Next. If you make a mistake, use the drop-down menu to change the reason or click the red X to delete a line. Remember, if you click the Cancel Application button at any stage in the process, you will lose everything you've entered so far and be returned to the home page. If you need to go back to a previous page to review or change data you already entered, you can use the Back button. You can also navigate through the process using the links at the top of the page. On this page, you will be asked for the relevant digital documents to support your application. On each line, click the Upload icon, select the correct file, and then click Upload. Repeat this process for each document. Based on the information you've already entered, this page will tell you the basic documents required. However, please remember to read the guidance notes to ensure you've included everything for your particular application. You can click the Upload More Documents button if you need to add more files, using the Comments field to briefly explain the additional documents you are submitting. If you go back to previous sections after uploading documents and make changes that affect these requirements, you may need to re-upload your documents. This is the final page before submission. Please review all information provided to ensure it is accurate and complete. You won't be able to change anything on this page, but you can use the Back button or the links at the top of the page to return to earlier pages and update any field. By submitting this application, you are declaring that the information provided is accurate and truthful. If you are satisfied with your application, click Proceed to Online Payment. You may need to allow pop-ups and then click the button again to show the payment screen where you will enter your debit or credit card information. The Cayman Islands government accepts Visa and MasterCard, and you can use a debit or credit card issued anywhere in the world. Payment will be processed in Cayman Islands dollars for local service, and in United States dollars for overseas service. If you have questions about any exchange rate that will be used, or foreign currency transaction fees, please contact the bank that issued your card. The Cayman Islands government will not receive or retain your card information. Once your online payment has been authorized, you can view and print your receipt. Click Continue to return to our webpage for details on pickup date and time. If there is an issue with your application and we have to contact you for more information, your application may be delayed. You will also receive a confirmation email with this information and your official receipt. Please remember to bring your passport for identification when you collect your certificate from the Criminal Records Office.